Hi, everybody. Like I say in all my videos, I'm not responsible. If anybody gets hurt, it's my opinion, and sometimes I swear. And I'm here with my sidekick, Michaela. Today I'm going to do, like I've done before, I did one on other celebrities and people about what I think they are, if they're narcissistic, if they're sociopaths, psychopaths, or normal or empaths. And I'll give you celebrities or people I've known or anybody. I'm going to tell you. Today I'm going to do one on Tom Cruise. He's been an actor since the early 80s. His first breakout role was, I saw him, he did a minor role on Endless Love, like a 2-minute, 5-minute thing. And then he was in The Outsiders, and he was also in Risky Business, and Cocktail, A Few Good Men, Raise a Thunder with Nicole Kidman. He's been married 3 times. He was born in the 60s. He's around, I think, in his 60s now. He's been married 3 times. Minnie Rogers in the 80s, and then Nicole Kidman, and he adopted 2 children with her. I guess he thought he couldn't have children with her, so he adopted a daughter and son, and then he divorced her and married Kate Holmes, and she divorced him. So he's been married 3 times, and he joined Scientology with Minnie Rogers because she was into that, and she tried to get Nicole Kidman into it, and she was into it for a while, but then she lost interest, and they wanted him to leave her because she wasn't really into Scientology, so she got dumped to the curb because she wasn't up to the quota of Scientology. I'll do a thing on Scientology and what I think of them sometime in the future videos. But Tom Cruise didn't. They tried to brainwash him and get him away from Nicole Kidman, and then they got divorced. He divorced her, and then he was looking for another wife to have children with. So he found Kate Holmes was younger. She was from Dawson Creek and some other few movies, and they married. And you saw this episode where he was in Oprah Winfrey, where he was jumping up and down on a couch. That's like, but anyway, he said, "Oh, I love her," and they got married, and and he took her to the premiere of World of the Wars, and he's also been famous for the Mission Impossible movies and stuff, and you know, because in the early days, I really liked Tom Cruise. In the early times, in the 80s and the 90s, I liked him. But then things started to turn, and I saw him as a different light. Tom Cruise, especially going into Scientology. Like I said, I'm going to make a separate video on just that and other people and that. So I hear that he's not a very nice person. Matt Rauner was talking about him. He was criticizing Brooke Shields she was going through, when you have children, you go through depression or something like that. And he criticized her, saying, doctors, you shouldn't be going to doctors. What in the hell does he have a right telling her what to do and live his life? He's not a doctor, and he has no, he has no right. He has a right to his opinion, but he can't shove it down people's throat, go on national television, throw people's throats saying Scientology is wonderful and all this. And, he gets millions of dollars to make movies, and he does his own stunts. I'm surprised he hasn't broken his neck doing them. Anyway, this is what I think he is. He was born in, he's a Cancer too. I think this is what I think. I think he's a sociopath or psychopath. This is the reasons why. because I think he thinks he's entitled. Hollywood, a lot of people in Hollywood turn into sociopaths, or maybe when he was younger, his parents, you know, treated him special, and he wants to be treated special. Like, he pretends to be nice to people in front of their cameras, but then when the camera's off, he treats people like shit. He does. I said I swear sometimes. So he treats them like shit. You know, if you don't agree with him, he treats you nasty. You know, he's in cameras, in front of people taking pictures. He's nice, but behind the scenes, I hear people say they don't like Tom Cruise. They think he's arrogant, shallow. He drives around in motorcycles. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just and he treats the people in Scientology like crap. Him and McCavish, I'm gonna bring some of Scientology, because what's Tom Cruise without Scientology, unless he didn't do it, and I think he also got mad at John Travolta because he was there first, and he gets jealous if anybody else is into, Scientology or leaving Scientology. He badsmouth people who leave. That's what they do. They brainwash you too. Some people in Scientology. So Tom Cruise treats people like crap and looks the other way when they're treated like crap. So I think he's a sociopath. I think he was raised to be a sociopath or a psychopath. So he's and he has narcissistic tendencies, where he's a narcissist too. I don't think he ever feels very much empathy. That's what they don't. They don't have any empathy. People who are narcissistic, they're shallow. They into things, molestic, where they're only interested in money and power and position. They don't want to help people. If they do, there's strings to it. I think narcissistic psychopaths and sociopaths only care about, being popular. Like a lot of a lot of celebrities and politicians are narcissistic and psychopath with a sociopath. You don't have to be violent to be either of these three, but you have to be very careful. Like I say in all of my videos about this, you have to stay away from these people, because they will burn you, and they'll find a way to destroy you. They might, it's like the mafia. They will find ways to destroy you, like the mafia in the movies and stuff. And YouTube, I've watched YouTube videos and things about the mafia or gangs. They will destroy you. Narcissistic will find your weak point and try to destroy you. And Tom Cruise probably would do that being in Scientology. If you leave Scientology with Tom Cruise, he will make your life a living hell. They will follow you and treat you like crap. So hopefully this wasn't too long. So I think Tom Cruise is a sociopath or psychopath. You tell me what your thoughts on Tom Cruise, what he is. You can leave a comment underneath. I'd like to know what you think Tom Cruise is, and other celebrities, or if you have any celebrities you want me to be a narcissistic psychopath, sociopath, normal, or empath. I might do an empath next sometime in the future, to think something positive for a change, because there's very few celebrities are empaths or normal, I think, because they've been brainwashed. I'm not saying it's all Hollywood. It's just, what's around there. They get treated entitlement. A lot of people don't say no to these people, and this is, it's also free will. These celebrities have free will. They can always, it's free will. When you're an adult, you have free will. You should know better. But until my next video, take care and have a good day. Bye.